Good morning. I forgot to put the music on. Hello, everyone. All right. Well, welcome. Today is day one of our 7-week chakra journey. As you know, for the next 7 weeks, we're going to be walking through each of the chakras, and we're going to be incorporating our practice today in discussion with the chakras. So today, being the first one, we are going to be beginning with the Muladhara chakra. And I just am going to give you some general kind of overview of what the chakra is based around, because I think it's important that we understand um, what it what it's based around, what that energy is based around, where it's located in our body, and how it kind of works with our daily life. Now, today's chakra, the Muladhara chakra, is our grounding chakra. It is the base chakra, and it's our foundation chakra. It's located at the perennials, in the coccyx area, or base of the spine at the coccyx area, and not the peroneals. I said peroneals. That's your leg muscles. The perineum. Sorry, getting my muscles mixed up. And it is basically this foundation. And I like to always analyze, not analyze, but kind of relate it to being the base and foundation of a house, right? So I want you to imagine that Muladhara is that foundation. It's where we start. And it's really grounded in survival and stability and safety. So when we think of being safe and grounded, we can always relate back to the Muladhara chakra, because that's where it begins. When we're feeling a little unsafe, that might indicate that our Muladhara chakra is a little unbalanced. Now, I'm talking about chakras, and if you have never heard of chakras before, you're like, what is she talking about? The chakras is the energy system that kind of runs through the center of our body. And we begin with the Muladhara, and then we move up through the chakras. So that's subtle energy system. It's not something you see, it's not something you touch, but it's something you know that is within you. So the Muladhara chakra is represented by the color red. It is by chance I wore red today. It is not by, I didn't make that plan, but it is foundation of the color is red. Now, each chakra has a seat sound. The seat sound for our Muladhara is Lam, Lam, Lam. And it is also, its orientation is about self-preservation. Its demon is fear. When we're feeling fear or fright or feeling uncertain or anxiety, our Muladhara chakra is going to be imbalanced, out of balance. And it is centered around the right to have and the right to be here, to be in this world, to have the right to have things, both physically, emotionally, whatever it is, we have those rights intrinsically within us. So today, let's begin. And we're going to find ourselves, maybe if it's comfortable for you, in a seated position. I'm sitting up on my bolster today. And we're going to begin with a grounding meditation. And from here, we're going to move into our physical practice that's going to be low to the ground. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Maybe you're sitting in Sukhasana in crisscross position. Maybe you're lying down. If your back needs some more comfort, maybe you're going to lie down on your back. Maybe you'll knock your knees together or even place your bolster underneath your knees. Let's just go ahead, and wherever you are today, maybe you're lying down. I want you to think about lengthening through the spine, whether you're lying down or seated. Maybe you close your eyes if it feels comfortable and safe. If not, feel free to leave your eyes open and just gently gaze forward. And let's just begin by centering our attention. Allowing the shoulders to soften, the eyes to soften, the jaw to soften. Allow your body weight to rest down towards the earth. Maybe your gaze is forward and your chin is parallel to the floor. Perhaps you can feel the shoulders drift away from the ears. And I'd like you to begin to imagine that there's this cord that's coming from above you. And the cord is going to come down through the center of your body. And it's going to break through the earth, through all the different layers of the planet. And it's the strongest cord that can be possibly imagined. And this cord is going to drift its way down to the center and to the core of the earth. And it's going to wrap itself around hundreds of times. And then this cord is going to make its way back that same path, all the way back up, all through the different layers of the earth, up through the center of your body, through all of the chakras, and then past the crown of the earth. And let us imagine this bright red light emanating from the center of the earth, representing the Muladhara chakra. And it is giving you all the safety, all the foundations that you need whether it's the safety of knowing that you're cared for, loved, cherished. It is bringing you this inner knowing that everything you need, everything, is within you. And it starts from this foundation, acknowledging that you need not other things, that safety comes from within, that foundation. Now I want you to imagine you're standing tall and your feet are rooted into the ground. You still have that grounding cord all the way through the center of your body, grounding you down to the earth. And you are imprinting your feet upon this earth with a sense of confidence, of strength, of determination, of love, of courage. And all around you, you may find that there's this watery flow of things feeling very kind of moving in all different directions, but yet you stand here on the earth, your feet rooted, supported, and grounded. And despite all that is around you that is flowing, perhaps even chaotic, you stand there with that sense of strength and confidence. That unwavering knowing that you have what you need in this very moment. That just like a house, building that foundation, making it strong, stable, sturdy, and then building from that foundation up, one brick at a time. Making sure that each brick is laid in its exact position to be able to execute as much strength as possible and as much stability as possible. Imagine that you are that house. And you are beginning with this foundation that is strong, and you are building yourself up from the ground up. Now, I'd like you to take the next 5 to 8 breaths. Continue to imagine that red light emanating down from the earth, shining up upon you. Maybe physically, you feel yourself coming down deeper into the earth. You feel your physical body settling in, establishing your ground, establishing your foundation. Now, today, I'd like to take this opportunity to use our mantra. And as you move your body today, I'd like you to remind yourself through your practice of this mantra, connecting down to the earth. As you repeat, I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. Maybe you'll keep your eyes closed. Perhaps if you're lying down, you'll gently make your way into a seated position. And let us all meet with our hands in Anjali Mudra at our heart space. With a gentle bow of our head towards our hands, let us repeat one more time. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. Perhaps you keep your eyes closed as we take nice 2 to 3 breaths here. Let's take 3, breathing in as we extend the arms overhead, pressing down through our sits bones as we ground our body physically, still holding on to that grounding cord at the center of our body, and exhale as you release our hands back to our heart center. Breathing in, feeling that lift through the heart, the arms extend overhead, sits bones grounded and firmly into the earth. Noticing and feeling that foundation beneath us. Breathe in and breathe out. Next time you take your inhale, reach your arms overhead. Arms shoulder distance apart, let the shoulders drift down. Gently twist towards the left. Let your right hand rest down onto your left knee. Let your left hand rest down as you lift through the heart, ground in through the sits bones, coming into a gentle twist. Inhale, lift your arms, breathing tall, pressing down. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Inhale, breathe with the arms lifted, grounding down to the earth with the sits bones. Let the left arm drift down to the side, right arm reaches. As you lift through the upper body, pull in through the core, and gently lean over towards the left in our side bend. Maybe your eyes are still closed and you're just connecting in with the body here. Releasing any tension, any expectation. And knowing that whatever you are doing is enough. You need not do more than you are right now. Establishing that foundation. Inhale, take that right arm, sweep it all the way over to the right side. Take the left arm up and open your side body. Maybe you can feel the tips of the fingers pressing down to the earth, offering you that sense of support. When you're ready on your next inhale, release the left arm and let both hands rest to your knees. Maybe you begin to open the eyes. And as you open the eyes, imagine that you come to this with this firm foundation beneath you, this sense of inner strength, this inner grounding. As you're ready, lead with your heart. Press your sits bones into the floor as we go into our Sufi rolls. Gently allowing ourselves to create this flow, but yet stay grounded through the sits bones. Honoring our body, listening and tuning in. Maybe you feel a gentle shifting of weight through the sits bones and you ground in further into one side as you make your way into one direction. Soften your space. Clear your mind. Fill your cup. Maybe let's finish with one more in this direction and then make our way back through center. Perhaps we unwind our back foot and bring it forward and bring our front foot back and direct our body in the opposite direction as we move through our Sufi rolls. Coming to this with that grounding sensation of the sits bones into the earth, but yet this flowing feeling from above and from the heart. Exploring, being curious. But as we be curious, we are grounded, we're aware, we acknowledge everything that we need is here right now. Release any tension from the shoulders and from the jaw, from the eyes. Let yourself flow without any judgment of how it should look like. Come to it with that grounding cord firmly in place, with that bright light shining from below. As you're ready, let's do a couple more and then we'll meet back in center. And then slowly come back in. I am grounded. When you're ready, let us slowly come into all fours. If we're taking care of our knees today, perhaps we're taking a blanket underneath the knees to create a little bit of cushioning there, especially if we have some hard surfaces that we're on. From here, let's make our way into our all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, tops of the feet resting down to the floor. Now, as we come to this with this idea of our Muladhara chakra, I'd like you to notice the different pads of the fingertips pressing into the floor. Noticing the heel of the hand and the tops of the feet. Knees resting hip distance apart and the back is long. You press gently into the floor and feel the shoulder blades pressing up against the back of the ribs. Head is lifted. Notice the sense of stability underneath you. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, Move through the spine, shoulder presses back, lift through the sternum. Find your cow. Exhale, draw the inner thighs towards center, pull the belly in, engage with the glutes, and let yourself press your body, knees, hands, and feet into the earth as you come into cat. You can feel the unshakable quality beneath us. Knowing that this sense of stability is always available to us. It never leaves us. And when it feels like it has, maybe situations, maybe there's something that is a little unstabling, maybe there's a sense of fear, anxiety, upset. Know that when we ground our feet into the earth, we can reconnect back. And I literally mean that physically. Reconnecting back with the earth allows us to find that sense of grounding. Maybe with a simple walk into the forest, maybe even letting your feet touch the ground and connect to the grass and to the earth beneath you. And just like we're doing now, grounding our hands and our knees into the floor, we're creating that sense of support. We can rebalance out. As you make your way into maybe one more cat and one more cow, we'll slowly make our way back into our tabletop position. Open the knees wide. If that feels good, press the toes together, press back, find your child's pose. And as you extend the arms, if that feels okay, maybe you spread them wide. Maybe you bring the elbows in a little closer to center. As you roll the shoulder blades back, allow the heart space and maybe the forehead to connect down to the earth. Coming to our ajna, our sixth chakra, that wisdom. As you now notice the earth coming up towards the body and the body towards the earth, let your body feel heavy. Give yourself to be fully embraced by the earth here. Allow yourself to just take what the earth wants to give you. Knowing that you can let go of any tension in the body. You can even imagine any thoughts that are not serving you sipping down into the earth. Knowing that the earth is there to absorb everything that you need to let go of. As you're ready, slowly make your way back into all fours. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Draw the knees in towards center, knees stack on below, the hips. Extend the right leg long, reaching the right leg about hip height, pressing into the two hands and to the left knee. And then as you exhale, energizing through the hands and through the knee, pull that right knee in. Let the head drift down. Press the hands into the floor as you round the back. Inhale, extend the leg, energizing through the back of the leg. Feel that dynamic energy through the leg. Exhale, pull in, round through the spine, drift the neck down towards the earth. Breathe in and breathe out. Perhaps we invite our Ujjayi breath today. Breathing into the nose, breathing out through the nose and slightly constricting the throat. As you're ready, let's finish with one last one. And then set your right knee down. Widen your knees, big toes together, press back, child's pose. Arms extend, heart softens, forehead rests. Take the low back, let it drift down towards the heels. I want you to be really rooted here. So find whatever adjustments you need to allow your body to feel nice and connected down to the earth. Maybe you still have that red color emanating from the earth up. As you're ready, slowly make our way back into all fours, hands underneath shoulders, back to our tabletop position. Tops of the feet continue to rest down. Take the left leg out. And then exhale, root into the hands, into the knee, pull the knee in. And I want you to imagine that your powerhouse, your core, the center of where our body is always working to keep itself in balance. You can feel that strength from within as you pull the knee in. Dynamically moving the leg in towards the center, allowing the head to lengthen and look back between the knees, lengthening the back of the neck. And last one. And then slowly, when you're ready, at your own pace, let your left knee drift down to the floor. Let's find child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. On your next inhale, let's come into all fours. Bringing the hands a little forward of the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Let's shift our weight forward, finding a kneeling plank. Back is long, abs are pulled in. Draw the hands a little closer to center so that we can hug the elbows in towards the ribs as we make our way down to the floor. Tucking the elbows in, rolling the shoulder blades back, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor as we open up into our cobra. Pressing the pubic bone down, pulling up through the belly. Exhale, come down. Press back. Find your way towards your heels. Now we're going to repeat that a few more times. You can choose to rest if that feels better. You can choose to flow in your little vinyasa here. And not your little vinyasa, in the little vinyasa, you choose. Inhale, maybe you shift forward, back into that kneeling plank. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift. Grounding into the top front of the body, through the thighs, through the hands. Exhale, come down. Shift back onto your heels. Beautiful. Maybe one more time, shifting forward. And exhale down. Make our way back, child's pose. Now from here, perhaps we take our elbows a little closer to center, bringing our forehead down to the floor, bringing the palms together in Anjali Mudra and drawing the hands together. Pressing back, maybe elbows forward. Take a moment here just to breathe in and to breathe out, giving the back of the triceps a nice little stretch. And then as you're ready, set your hands down, shift your weight forward, find your all fours. Hands resting forward of the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Curling the toes under in preparation for downward dog. Pressing down through the heels. Go ahead and lift through the sits bones. Bend in deeply through the knees. Let the heart space open. Press back through the heels. Grounding into the hands, into the feet. Let's take 5 breaths here. Maybe you slowly start to extend the legs. Maybe you want to pedal the feet one at a time. Really rooting into the hands and the feet here, feeling that sense of stability and foundation beneath you. Breathing in and breathing out. I am grounded. When you're ready, make your way back in towards center, dripping both heels perhaps down towards the earth. Whether they touch doesn't matter. Set both feet a little closer to center. Inhale, draw the right leg up towards the sky, finding our three-legged dog. Exhale, draw that right knee in towards your heart. Shift your weight forward. Inhale, pull that right leg up towards the sky. And this time, exhale, draw that right knee all the way forward and plant that right foot right between the hands. Set the left knee down, rest the top of the feet onto the floor. Right foot stacks directly underneath the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, draw yourself up, kneeling crescent pose. As you're here, grounding through the front foot, through the back knee, and through the top of the foot. Draw your inner thighs towards center. Let the earth's gravity pull you down. That grounding cord continuously drawing you down and grounding you into the earth. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Soften the shoulders. Take a moment of pause here. Maybe you feel a little wibbly wobbly through the front foot. Can you press the tops of the foot into the heel, into the ground, and root in even further? Can you soften your thoughts? Can you find that stillness? On your next exhale, release the hands down, framing the front foot, curling the left toes under, lifting the knee. Draw that right foot back, press the hands into the floor, make your way into downward dog. Now you can choose to stay in downward dog. You can choose to flow in the vinyasa, finding your plank. Exhale down. Inhale, find cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale down. Downward dog. Maybe two more. As you approach your asana practice, notice how it feels different when we connect to the earth and really ground into our body here, establishing that sense of grounding and foundation that's so paramount to our well-being, not just on the mat. When you're ready, make your way into downward dog. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Set the right foot a little center. Lift the left leg. Find your three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the left knee all the way forward between the hands. Set the foot down. Drop to the right knee. Remember, we can always use our hands to shift that left foot forward. Rest the top of the foot onto the floor. Inhale, sweep up, find your crescent pose. As you come here on the other side, draw the inner thighs towards center. Press the feet into the floor, let gravity pull you down. Maybe you feel the pressure of the foot grounding deeper into the earth, rooting in. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Take a moment to still the body and still the mind. On your next exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Curl the right toes under, lift the knee. Take the left foot back, find your downward dog. Sits bones rest towards the sky, shoulders rest back beyond the ears. Find your vinyasa, or maybe you rest in downward dog or child's pose. Your choice. We'll flow through our vinyasa. If you're choosing to do a vinyasa, maybe 3 times. Noticing the front of the body as you rest in your vinyasa, or maybe if you're in child's pose, noticing the forehead and the heart. And then when you're ready, at your own pace, let's make our way into child's pose. If you aren't, or if you're there already, just stay with me for a minute. And then as you're ready, let's go ahead and make our way onto our back. And as we make our way onto our back, keeping the knees bent and the feet flat to the floor, slowly roll down, one at a time. And this time we notice the connection of the back of the body. Take a moment here to notice the back of the head, the shoulders, the back of the arms, the spine, the sacrum, the soles of the feet. Right underneath you, you have this beautiful red light, just emanating from the coccyx all the way up. And then as you're ready, with our knees hip distance apart, let us begin to flow into our bridges, pressing into the floor, grounding the feet as we exhale to lift, opening the front of the body, resting the chest, the back of the arms, the back of the shoulders, the back of the head as you open into your bridge. And then exhale, slowly make your way back down and just allow yourself to flow here, however you want to. Maybe you want to stay in your bridge a little longer. Maybe not. Knowing that you have choices. And part of having that sense of stability is to be able to know you have choices. That we listen to ourselves and make the choices that work best for us. Whether that's in our physical practice, whether that's in our daily lives. Coming to that decision of whatever it is you have to decide on from a grounded space. The next time you come up into your bridge, perhaps we stay here for a moment or two. Perhaps if we wish to, we can go ahead and take a bind by sliding the shoulders towards center and the palms coming together, interlacing the fingers, opening up your heart, grounding into the back of the body. Relaxing into this space. And then when you're ready, if you do have a bind, release the shoulders, release the hands, open up through the back of the body, and slowly set your sacrum down to the floor. Draw your knees in towards your heart. And let's go ahead and rock our body side to side, spreading the back of the body into the earth, Maybe even stirring the pot with the knees, spreading the low back, pulling the knees in towards your heart, and just imprinting your body here. I love to use the analogy of seeing freshly poured cement. I want you to imagine your body is about to lie on this kind of semi-hard surface, and it's just soft enough to be able to allow you to create your imprint of your body. Right now, you're just creating your own imprint. If you're stirring the pot with the knees, maybe you reverse your direction and imprint your body in the opposite direction. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and draw your knees back towards center. Keeping your left knee in towards your heart as you extend your right leg long. Gently lengthen the leg down and set it down to the floor, opening up the right hip. Drawing the left knee in towards the heart. On your next inhale, pull the right knee in towards the heart, release the left leg long, drawing the right knee in. On your next inhale, pull your left knee in towards the heart, both knees towards the chest. Set both feet down to the floor, draw the knees towards center, open your heart space, spread your wings as we come into our supine twist. Press the feet into the floor, lift the sacrum, shift it over 2 to 3 inches, and then go ahead and let the knees flow down towards the left side. Stacking the knees, the hips, and the ankles. Chest is open and soft. Maybe you notice the scapula pressing down to the floor. Maybe there's a little lift of the right scapula off the floor. That's okay. Soften your heart. As you're ready, start to lift that top leg, coming back up. Setting your feet down to the floor, rebalance your body at center of your mat. Press the feet into the floor, lift the sacrum, shift it over to the left. Draw the knees towards center and twist towards the right. Soften your heart. Breathe in, breathe out. Perhaps take this opportunity to remind yourself of your mantra. I am grounded. Slowly take your top leg, come back through center. Meet your bottom leg with your top leg. Recenter your base of your spine back to the center of your mat. Let us bring one hand to our heart, one hand to our tummy. Perhaps open the knees in opposition, finding reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet come together. Maybe today we take a yoga block under each knee just to make this feel as comfortable and grounded as possible. As you take this opportunity to feel your heartbeat beat and your tummy rise and fall as you breathe in and breathe out. Remind yourself that everything you need is within you. That we need not seek beyond the confines of our own selves. That all that we have and all that we need can be found within us. And whenever you're ready, taking your time, maybe releasing the hands from the heart and the tummy, and taking the hands to the outer edge of the thighs as you slowly bring your knees in towards center. Maybe you open your palms wide and you extend your right leg to the right corner of the mat and the left leg to the left corner of the mat. As we make our way into our Shavasana. And as you take this opportunity to rest your body, remind yourself that you are grounded. Let all the strain through the body release itself like emptying a pot of water out into the field. Let whatever is not serving you drift away from the body down towards the earth. Let any tension in the body seep away and release. Let there be a heaviness within the physical body. Press down towards the earth. Now, before we begin to reawaken, let's start to just deepen the breathing. Starting to bring awareness to the breath coming in and out of the body. And with ever so much ease, start to create a bit of movement through the hands and through the feet. Just reawakening to the physical movement of the body. And then taking that sense of grounding, if you wish to, roll yourself on your favorite side for just a moment. And just take a moment to just rest your mind, rest your body as we slowly just transition from where we were to where we're going. And maybe with your eyes remaining closed. If you want to stay here a little longer, please do. It's up to you. Otherwise, maybe you keep your eyes closed and we just slowly start to press ourselves up with our top arm and slowly make our way up into a seated position. Just taking that extra moment to just continue to hold on to this stillness. Perhaps maybe meet with our hands at heart center. Let us repeat one more time our mantra. Maybe out loud in japa, or maybe a japa japa where we repeat it silently to ourselves. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. Let us close with 3 big releasing breaths. Perhaps we extend the arms up overhead as we breathe in. Press the palms together. Exhale out. With a gentle bow of our head down towards our hands, let us acknowledge the divine that lives within us all. May your heart always stay warm, and may your smile always stay broad, and may the light that shines in me honor and see the light that shines in you. Namaste. Well, thank you so much for joining me today for our session 1 of our 7-week journey through the chakras. Next week, we'll be moving into chakra 2. As always, this is a free yoga class, so if you know anybody who wants to join, please have them come. I would love to see you. From my heart to yours, I wish you the most glorious day and weekend. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.